It's Friday, and you know what that means. Let's do a little bit of sewing chat. I'm Maddie with Maddie Sews, and thanks for hanging with me, you all. So today is another Friday Sews that was created by Jen over at Today in Jen's Sewing Room. I really love these videos on Fridays. It kind of feels like I'm checking in on my sewing buddies and seeing how they're doing and what they're working on, and I really do like it. So I guess today let's just talk about some of the things that are on my mind and, well, on my sewing table. You all, let's start with some really exciting news. So I was chosen to be a brand ambassador for Sirena patterns, and I'm super excited about it because, to tell you the truth, I've been making her patterns for a bit now. I really do love her patterns. I've made the Wanda top in black and pink versions. I've hacked the heck out of them. I've made the Nilma Palazzo pants, which is a really comfortable knit pant. I've made the Silma Joggers recently. I've made both the shorts version and the jogger version. The Sharon Swimsuit, which I made reversible. And then there's the Swimsuit Course. And let me tell you, it is a super comprehensive course. I mean, this course walks you through stitch lengths, different types of fabrics, how to make adjustments to both one pieces and bikinis. I mean, it is really good. So yes, I'm super excited to be working more closely with them. That has been by far the most exciting part of the week for me. So now that my blood's pumping about all of that stuff, let's talk about what's been on my table. So, you all, have you ever had that project that you were so excited to start, and then once you actually began it, you kind of second guessed yourself every step of the way? Well, that's been me lately. I've been working on a skirt with some pleated chiffon. Now this chiffon it was pre-pleated. I would never try to pleat chiffon myself. But I had purchased this pleated chiffon from Mood, and it's got a really cute accordion pleat. The thing that was tripping me up was that I don't want to make just a plain pleated skirt with a waistband. I really wanted to add some kind of other visual interest, which included some woven fabric in the actual sewing pattern. And so, well, when I did the upper part of my pattern using my measurements, it did not fit. The pattern that I chose didn't have that much ease in it, which kind of blows my mind for a Big Four company, considering that I feel like most things I end up swimming in. And so, well, that meant that I had to size up. Not only did I have to sew up, I also had to kind of redraft some of the lines because my measurements just were not on the pattern. So that tripped me up, and it got a little bit in my head. And then I was thinking, oh man, am I choosing the best fabric to pair with this really fun yellow? So I guess the one good thing that I've actually done this week to move that project along was that I had basted all of my pleats in place on my fabric so that it'll make it much easier to cut and sew. Now, let me tell you how I went about basting all of these chiffon pleats in place so that way they don't slip and slide all over the place. What I did was, well, first I grabbed that fabric and I laid it out on my kitchen table. And I made sure that the pleats, the accordion pleats, were all arranged on it so that they were nice and neat. After I did that, I went ahead and I grabbed my tape and I taped along different parts of the length so that way all of those pleats were stuck together. Now, the first time I did that, I left it on my table for a couple of days and then I had to move it. And then, well, pleats got kind of crazy looking after that. So I had to remove the tape and I taped them down again. So I went through that process twice. I did. The second time I did it though, I was determined that these pleats were not gonna get lost in the tape shuffle thing again. So that's when I decided to take it over to my sewing machine with the tape still on it. And I just basically did a basting stitch across all of those pleats. And I did it at several different lengths because I'm not sure how long I want this skirt to be. So it's basically ready for me to get cutting and make something up. So I'm hoping to get this project done this weekend, along with one other one. Now, where this project has kind of disappointed me in a way, this top has given me life. Now, I had picked up this fabric from Melanated Fabrics. It's one that Mimi G had designed, and when you look closely, it has these little tiny tree frogs on it. You see those little guys? They're so cute. Well, those little frogs are actually called coquis, and they're all over the island of Puerto Rico. And if you ever go to Puerto Rico, at night, you hear them singing. And it's just the cutest sound. They're much adored in Puerto Rico. So if you ever do visit, make sure that you listen out for the coquis. There's actually a really, really beautiful origin story from the Tainos about the coquí. And so I'll link to a video here where you can find the origin story. It's towards the end of that video. This fabric right here is a rayon challis, and the right side of the fabric is actually pink with little orange frogs on it. The other side looks like a much more muted, dull color. It's not as vibrant. It really doesn't bother me though, because I thought that with this pattern, which is McCall's 7970, well, I basically thought that the contrast between the right side and the wrong side would make these ruffles really kind of stand out. So this is another one that I'm actually really excited about, and I think it's going to be perfect for these hot 90 plus days of summer. And so I am hoping to get this done this weekend along with that pleated skirt. So I've actually got quite a bit of stuff to finish for the weekend. This one is halfway there, but that pleated one, you all say a little prayer for me because I'm gonna need it. And also, what would be super helpful is if you have any tips on how to sew pleated fabric like this, shoot them my way, because this is my first pleated project, and well, it's going to be an interesting one. Well, if you enjoyed listening to what's been on my mind and my table, you might actually like to check out this other Friday Sews video over here. And until next time, I sincerely hope that you find joy and have a wonderful day.